Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Core TV. If you are new, I'm glad to have you. And if you are returning back, welcome back. Bring your intuition, bring your best discernment. Yes, retrograde is absolutely bringing out the truth. The eclipse is aiding and assisting us with our intuition. That which was once hidden is unfolding in divine timing by way of the light being shed on situations and circumstances by way of circumstantial evidence in spiritual court cases that they might feel like they're long overdue, but it's really right on time. Listen, let's get into it, okay? Divine creator, great creator, supreme being creator, divine mother, divine father, holy trinity energy. Thank you for being with me here, allowing me to channel this energy. What is it that we need to know? Something about your spiritual rank, something about your rank going up. This is a really good time to collect on good karma. For seasons where you did the right thing, you went away from adversity, even if it made you seem like you were weak or whatever. You let people think what they wanted to think, and you took the high road. And honestly, we're in the harvest season. We're reaping in the harvest. That's what I just heard. Okay. But, there's other things going on. Intellectual thieves, okay? They signed contracts. They made some type of commitment. A lot of them were wanting to bind into your spiritual rank to solve their problems. It's given this energy of somebody like studying psychology to figure out their own mind, which is not always a bad thing. But on a spiritual level, it's like somebody tried to bind into your intellect, maybe so that they could figure out how to, I just heard rid themselves of some type of demonic energy. Okay. So somebody tried to bind themselves. Okay. Yeah. You can't just go around trying to bind yourself into people's energy. It's very invasive. It's rude. It's spiritually negligent. Yeah. I can't make it up. Clarify intellectual thief. What does this person want? Somebody knows that you have a really high spiritual rank and they see you as a very abundant and fortunate person. Whoever you are, you're from a very wealthy background by way of your bloodline. And something about your background and good karma, okay? Whoever this person is, okay, they're playing the victim. Why are they playing the victim? Why is there sorrow? Because trying to bind into you only shed light on the fact that they need to do something for themselves. That's what I just heard. It wasn't as easy as they thought. Somebody saw you as the solution to their problem. That was the purpose. That was the reasoning behind them trying to bind themselves to you. Oh, I'll just bind myself to this person. They're very spiritually ranked. But spirit team, light team, you have a lot of light around you. So what they got was a lesson. What they got was a reflection. What they got was a reality check. That's what I just heard. I just heard microphone check 1 2 1 2. Something like that. Can you hear me now? Type energy. It's giving that kind of energy. It's like the universe is saying, like, yeah, you gotta take care of that yourself. So somebody got too close to your light and it illuminated the work that they needed to do. So somebody tried to bind into your energy to help them. Intellectual thief. Yeah, I just heard they wanted to pick your mind. They wanted to know what was on your mind. This sounds like remote viewing or ultra mind control or something like that. Maybe somebody thought that they would try something and that would work. You come out as somebody who is a leader, assertive, dominant. Yeah, I just heard all they had to do was ask for help. Somebody got all dressed up to try to steal from you, only to end up being the victim, getting everything stripped away from them. Yeah, retrograde is not playing with people right now. I don't know what they got going on, but yeah, you got to do that energy work. This could also represent somebody trying to siphon your energy or take energy to fix themselves. That's not the way you do it. You have to work with your own energy. Okay. It's one thing to call your energy back, but you got to work with your own energy. If it's dark, sit with that, work with that, figure that out. Somebody wanted to take a shortcut. I feel like they thought at some point they would just come along and manipulate you as well. Somebody had an ulterior motive. Yeah, something like that. Now they're afraid. Clarify why they're afraid. Because somebody's a liar. This could be a workplace situation, coworker. Maybe somebody's asking for your help at work. Business, work, job, liar, yes, no. Somebody says that they're working, but they're not. They're just trying to steal from people. They're creating illusions, is what they're doing. It's somebody that's projecting. It's like they're working, but they're really not working. Liar, no, yes, maybe so. Work situation, energy work. Somebody just wants to latch on to people. Anybody that's available. Why are they afraid? What's the fear energy? Because you keep overcoming something, because you're a supernatural person. That's why. And you're doing something very organically, very naturally. You don't have to try that hard to do whatever this is that you're doing. Somebody wants to pick your mind, pick your brain. I just heard, tell me what you're thinking so I can take notes. Intellectual thief, leadership. You're somebody that dominates your goals, honey, every single time, and you overcome. If there's a problem, you immediately focus in on the solution. I'm talking to somebody that is high vibrational. You don't make excuses. You do what it is you need to do. You don't complain. Victory, success, and winning. Whereas some people could be focused in on the problem, you're always focused in on the solution. Look at your energy. Somebody was like, oh, that's a good person to kind of latch on to. I'll just latch on to this person and I don't really have to do any work. But with fear, something about your light team and your spirit guides, okay? So something got spiritual. Somebody exposed their motives. Somebody exposed their ulterior motives. Look, consequences, bad choices, games, mixed signals. Yeah, somebody's like a liar, a bad illusionist. You saw right through it because you're somebody that works with your own energy. So if your energy feels off or you feel like somebody is trying to latch onto your crown chakra, that's what I just heard, to siphon your intellect, your knowledge, whatever this is, you feel it immediately. With transformation and rebirth, you transcended some type of nasty energy. You transformed, you alchemized it. You know what to do with this energy. You knew this wasn't your energy. You knew this was some type of a projection with the illusionist, a liar. But now there's consequences. I just heard somebody's got to burn. Bad choices, games, mixed signals, child. People gonna get enough of playing around in other people's energy. TikTok, delay, procrastination, too busy. Now somebody is faking like they're too busy. What's this about, Holy Spirit? What's going on? Show us the truth here. Let us see it. Nurturing, mentorship, giving back. So this could have been somebody that seemed as though they needed your help, okay, to get close to you. Somebody wanted to become intimate with you. Somebody wanted to manipulate you romantically, to steal from you. Mutual respect, unity, and closeness. This is the way they presented themselves. Nurturing, mentorship, giving back. You're a natural nurturer. Love affair. Yeah, something was supposed to be like somebody had something all planned out in their head. Somebody had something all planned out. You know, this is somebody that knows that you are a natural mentor. You're helpful. People seek you out for wise advice. You have good wisdom. You give back, mutual respect, unity. You're very well respected. Somebody knew that you would not deny them the opportunity to get close to you, or you're just open. You're willing to help. But something was supposed to lead to a love affair, a dirty, dirty little secret sex fix, and down low, this is the way this person was feeling, or this is what they were planning in their head. Clarify work. Yeah, now they're running, escaping. Oh God, what did they do? Denial and excuses. What are they running from? What's going on? Paranoid, scared, cautious, insecure, guarded, fickle, all over the place, antsy. So if you felt like this person wasn't making themselves available to you, it's because they were doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. Cautious, insecure, guarded. What's the secret? Somebody wanted more from you. This is more than like working together. Somebody's plan was to get you in the bed and get you to open up so they could steal your ideas or They want to know how you think in order to learn how to manipulate you, burn bridges, lack of trust, disloyal. You turned your back on this person. So you picked up on something and somebody's terrified. What's the love affair? Something didn't get to the love affair. Somebody's stressed out. Tension, headaches, stressed out, migraines, and worried. Somebody's plan backfired. I just heard ulterior motive. It's like somebody has a system. They're very systematic. They get close to people. They come off and they mirror nurturing energy, leadership, intimacy. And then something's supposed to lead to a love affair where they benefit from something that you have. But I feel like you turned your back on this person. Now they're paranoid, gossip, rumors, nosy. Somebody could have done something with other people at a workplace. They got a lot of different secret little relationships, sex fixes, sipping the tea, rumors, gossip, and nosy, lust. Ooh, this person is interesting. What the hell they got going on, Holy Spirit? Why is this here in spiritual court? Somebody could have put in for VTO, vacation time, something like that. Getting away, relaxing, having fun, and lust, greed, by any means necessary. Somebody wanted to take full advantage of somebody. Like somebody has a plan or had a plan that they seriously, desperately need to execute or they wanted to, but now they're running because they've been exposed. It could have been a birthday getaway. Somebody could have just had a birthday, but now the consequences are catching up to them. Somebody's stressed out. What's going on here? What's the deal? They're bitter, they're angry, they're salty, they're mad because they weren't able to get close to you and play you. Is that what this is about? Now they're drowning in over their head, overextended and hitting rock bottom. What exactly did they do? Something about laughter, happiness, and joy. I feel like whoever you are, you picked up on this person's energy and you turned your back on this person because burn bridges, trust, lack, and loyalty. Like somebody got one chance to cross you. And even if you didn't allow them to cross your threshold of trust, yeah, I just heard they were never given the opportunity. Stagnant, stuck, dead zone, frozen, thrills, continuous bad cycles, and bad. Yeah, somebody's whole life is predicated on what they can get from people. Nothing that they have belongs to them. They just move around like that. That's how they move. Look, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords constantly. If somebody figures them out, they find somebody else. They're looking for a fool to bump their head. They have ulterior motives. 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Well, somebody's feeling a little weird now. They don't know what to do. The 3 of Pentacles. Okay. There's always like, I just heard somebody's always looking for resources. They're always looking for supply. They're always looking for it. Like, what do you got going on? Show us this person. What's this person here for? Why are they here? What is this about? The Lovers, the Page of Cups. Okay. Page of Cups is like a false love offer, friendship. Knight of Pentacles could be like a breadcrumb. What's the deal with the Knight of Pentacles? The Devil. Yeah, their ulterior motive. Their ulterior motive is always in like this devil's energy. Knight of Cups. It's like emotions, friendship, but ultimately they want to get people in the bed to steal from them energetically, or like pillow talk. Somebody wants somebody to open up. And whoever this person is, this could be like a boss, a supervisor. What the heck is going on at the job? 9 of Wands. Somebody's guarded, wounded. What's going on with this guarded energy? Okay, the 9 of Wands could be a wounded warrior or somebody that's guarded. Yeah, somebody figured this person out. You got the King of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Somebody's too balanced for this. Somebody's not a good enough manipulator to try to manipulate somebody with this level of intellect. Whoever you are, you're very intelligent. You have a really high IQ. Not only that, you got good intuition and discernment. You know, it's one thing to have book smarts, street smarts, somebody spiritually sharp. On point. They don't miss. The King of Swords and the Three of Swords. You separated yourself from this person. You put your guards up. Something that they showed you, something that you picked up on, didn't settle well in your spirit. Yeah, look, you felt it. You're too balanced. Temperance energy. Somebody's been with a lot of people at work. Like they have the same story with a lot of people. What's going on here? The Seven of Cups. Yeah, look. Illusions, options, choices. Clarify what's going on here. The Ten of Pentacles. They want stability. They want status. Look, so weird. Ten of Pentacles to the Five. Now they're cautious. Now they're insecure. They're guarded. Somebody could have been pretending to have a certain lifestyle and they don't. It's like somebody that is pretending like they have money in order to get people to give them money. Like flexing almost. Is that what this is about? Yeah, Eight of Swords. And somebody stole from work. Somebody's a thief. This is a trap. Energy, ideas. Okay, so they want ideas. They want to steal energy, ideas. Eight of Swords to trap people. Five of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's out here faking the funk. Like trying to act like they got it like that and they don't. Why? To get money? Queen of Cups energy. What's the Queen of Cups, Holy Spirit? Five of Wands. Fighting? What's the Five of Wands and the Queen of Cups? Four of Wands. You got some haters that are mad because somebody received a promotion. On the physical, you're somebody that either has like a lot of money. I don't know what this is. Or you're making money. Making a lot of money. And you got haters here. Five of Wands. Four of Wands. They're projecting evil eye. What's this energy? Queen of Wands energy. What's the Queen of Wands? Five of Wands. Big Leo, Aries energy. Somebody's birthday could be in March. Somebody's birthday could be in July. King of Wands. Who are these people in a workplace situation? The Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. Whoever you are, you're somebody that's like, you're not stopping. Whatever these people are trying to do, whatever their goal is at this job or this competitiveness, I feel like this is gossip. Sipping tea, tension, stressed out. It's like getting close to somebody, but then like betraying them. And then whoever you are, masculine or feminine, your intuition is so on point. You've put distance between yourself and these people. Three of Swords and the King of Swords. You're too sharp. Temperance, you're too balanced. Somebody was like trying to get close to you to steal something. Intellect. I literally want to burn this card. I swear I do. I think I might just get rid of it because this irritates the hell out of me. I can't stand a bunch of dumbasses. So basically, they wanted your spiritual gifts, your creativity, your ability to manifest, because they feel like, I'm saying they, is there more than one? Yeah, there's like four people here. All of them have empty cups. These are people who aren't producing anything, emotionally disconnected. They can't feel, okay, their way through a situation enough to figure out their own problems. The world in the reverse, okay? Backfire. That's a backfire. That's retrograde. Run it back. Run the tape back. Roll back that beautiful karmic ass footage. And let's see exactly what was said with the Five of Swords. Sneaky and deceptive. The Empress. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands energy. Two of Swords. Six of Wands. The Seven of Swords. The Nine of Swords. Lord have mercy. Clarify the Queen of Wands. Ooh, hold on, y'all. The Tower, Scorpionic energy. Okay, who's the Queen of Wands, Holy Spirit? What's the Tower? Justice is here. Libran energy. Scorpio, somebody's birthday could be in October. Somebody's birthday could be October 11th or on the cusp of October 21st. Okay, somebody's birthday could also be in November. A Sagittarius or a Scorpio. What seems to be the issue? Page of Wands. Something about them hearing about your good news. Something about you getting spiritual downloads. Somebody's energy is so clean and innocent. Like when people try to come in with all the BS, you always get the downloads. Like you're so clean and innocent. You're coming off as somebody very nurturing, somebody with a lot of wisdom, mentorship, you give back, or this is something that you're being called to do. And somebody feels like it would be easy to get close to you because you're always, I just heard you're so helpful. Somebody sees that as a weakness. Now they're playing the victim. Why are they playing the victim? Oh, well, there you go. It fell right on top of victim and spirit team because your spirit team is out here lighting that ass up. I can't make it up. What else is going on, Holy Spirit? You got the Queen of Pentacles. What's the Queen of Pentacles? There's some type of offer or proposal. It's your spiritual gifts. It's your spiritual gifts. You got a group of people fraternizing at a workplace. One person in particular wants to have sex with somebody else. And they thought, well, I'll just get close to this person and get them in bed or something like that. Somebody's also doing this to other people at the job. And whoever you are, you surpass these people spiritually, mentally, and physically. Now, this could be an old workplace, okay? Because somebody's being called to mentorship, nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles, to use your gifts to help people. High Priestess, you got a beautiful spiritual gift. Hey, somebody got a lot of money too. There's a lot of doggone money here. Fortune, abundance, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Somebody keeps calling off work. Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands, calling in, calling off. They're embarrassed. They're lazy. Yeah, that's the truth. They thought they would be able to take something from you and make money. But somebody tried to bind themselves to you. There's some type of spiritual action that was taken, which is why it's here in spiritual court. Okay, this is just what we see on the 3D, but on the 5D, somebody tried to come for your spiritual gifts. Whole time you're going through some type of transformation beautifully, having a victory and success. And these people are drowning right now in over their heads. Ace of Swords, Spirit says that is the truth. Okay, so what's the deal? What seems to be the deal? It's your ideas. It's your creativity. It's your wish fulfillment. Somebody was willing to take you out in the spirit over this. Two of Cups. It's somebody that's coming in to like ask for your help or somebody that you helped. Ten of Swords, supposed to be the ultimate betrayal. Nine of Cups, to gain a wish fulfillment over some type of like genius ideas or creativity. Or, you know, the thing about creativity, when you're a naturally creative person and you use your spiritual gifts or your natural gifts or whatever gifts God has given you, listen, it's eternal. It don't stop. I feel like people feel like they can bind themselves, take your gift, and then you somehow sit up looking crazy and you're done. No, it doesn't work like that. Because the people now that, okay, let me just say it like this. The creator is walking with the collective, the real collective. The people that are here to collect on their inheritance. The divine is walking with the divine collective. Okay, so that eliminates any spirit, anything that people are trying to do on their altars, any of their ancestors who have died. Most of their ancestors are not even at the altar. Okay, just a heads up. Some of their ancestors have reincarnated already. Just imagine being a newborn baby and somebody has an altar to you and they're saying, my grandmother is going to come whoop your ass. No, your grandmother reincarnated. She wanted another chance. Okay, she's in a whole nother bloodline. Just a heads up. Nobody wants to hear that though, but just a heads up. I got offerings from my grandmother at my altar. When exactly do your ancestors get to rest in peace? And when do you decide to walk this earthly realm and do what it is that you're supposed to do? Some of those altars, child, that's a waste of time and money. But people still do it. What are they offering something up to? I don't know. They're bugging the dead. Just a heads up. It's like somebody calling on their ancestors to fight for them. You know, their ancestors are like, oh my God, like what? Can't you just get through your own earthly experience? I'm resting. And for the ancestors that don't have to reincarnate, Man, they like, oh my God, what now? Okay. They've already set things in place for you to follow a certain path, and somebody is just down here messing up, okay, trying to steal from everybody because they feel like their bloodline has abandoned them, and maybe they have. But did they ever think maybe they abandoned their bloodline first? That's usually the way it goes. Yeah. Listen, my ancestors, I'm going to the grave to put some flowers for my ancestors. Yeah, let the dead bury the dead. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? The soul has left. The soul has reincarnated. Did you just say that your niece's baby looked just like your grandmother? That's why y'all named her after your grandmother? Well, how could she be on your altar and your niece just had a baby? People really need to wake up when it comes to that. But, I do understand that everybody's on their own spiritual journey. Just dropping some gems, man. Focus on your earthly walk. Focus on the creator, direct source. Big shout out to my beautiful pastor. I guess he's like a father figure to me that passed on, passed over. Oh, he dropped some gems on me before he passed away. I am eternally grateful. He saw what I was going to have to go through. He was very intuitive, you know. But yeah, I remember telling him about ancestral altars. He like, forget all that. I didn't get it at the time, but I get it now. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. At some point, you have to walk your own path. Your bloodline is on the front line. So you got to make a determination as to what it is that you want to do. So when you try to penetrate other people's work or bind into their intellect, that means you feel like you're stupid. You feel like you're not that smart. Why you don't read a book? Why you don't take a class? Why you don't learn a new word every day? It's like that's how intelligent people become intelligent, because they're interested in what it is that they're learning, and that's how they retain knowledge. Now, some of this knowledge is passed down through the bloodline. It's ancient. So there's times where we just awaken to certain things, and people are like, well, how do you know? Well, it's kind of like it just kind of came through the bloodline. When you're doing the right thing, you get spiritual gifts, you get spiritual incentives. So remember, when we get these spiritual gifts and these spiritual incentives, and somebody tries to come along and take it, they have to contend with the creator that gave us the gift. And so this is why they always end up looking crazy, stressed out, mad. A lot of people put their lives on the line, offering themselves up to demonic forces for certain things: money, wealth, intelligence, beauty, love. All those things come for free. You ain't got to sell your soul for that. All that stuff comes for free. It's like the Most High God is like, yeah, I'm going to give you all of that. Right? I'll give you all of that. All you have to do is focus on me. Be obedient, listen to your intuition. Some of these people can't hear their intuition, but they see you executing certain things in your life and everything's going well for you because somebody got a lot of money. I don't know who this is. Clarify, Holy Spirit. It's the Queen of Pentacles. She got a lot of money. He has a lot of money. Spirit says what I'm saying is the truth. Okay. So getting back to the reading, without further ado, I had to get on my little bit of a tangent there. Let's see what's going on, Holy Spirit. What's the deal? What's going on? What's going on? The Lovers, okay? So love is in the air. Ace of Swords. The truth is here. Something about a workplace situation. The Page of Wands. Information. Clarify the Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Lovers, Holy Spirit. The King of Swords. Somebody was gossiping. Somebody said that they slept with somebody and they didn't. Somebody lied on the boss. Somebody sneaky and deceptive. Somebody lied on somebody, said that they were intimate with somebody and they weren't. Somebody's a gossiper. Now, that was the plan, was to get close to whoever this boss lady is or boss man. Okay, take what resonates. As King of Swords in the reverse could also be a feminine energy, a toxic feminine energy. But the goal was to get close to somebody, I guess love bomb them, get close to them and take something from them. That didn't happen. So then somebody lied. Somebody lied on somebody. Gossip, rumors. This is why they keep calling off of work. Now they're isolated. Okay, clarified. Somebody's using VTO, PTO. Oh man, that's crazy. Not cash out. Somebody needs a mental health day. The Knight of Cups. Okay, wanted to come out. Page of Swords. Okay, what's the Page of Swords? That's a lot of talk. Knight of Cups. There it is. It came out anyway. What's the Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Swords, and the King of Swords in the reverse with the Lovers, the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, somebody was keeping a secret. Somebody was playing both ends, honey. Hermit wants to come out so bad, and the Ten of Swords. Somebody was playing both ends. Somebody was talking to a whole bunch of people. Four of Pentacles. Somebody was withholding information. Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. That's conversations. That's talk. Somebody sneaky as hell. Look at them. I can make it up with the Seven of Swords. Here's the crazy part. You know, they can't be sneaky on your clock. You're too tapped in. You know. High Priestess energy. You know. Seven of Swords. Clarify. What did they do? Gossip. Knight of Swords in the reverse. It's all backfiring. Everything they said with ill intentions is backfiring. Yeah, I just heard, take that. These people didn't know your strength. I just heard, I didn't know my own strength. Something like that. What's that song? Temperance. The angels are here. Big shout out to the angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you. Somebody didn't know their own strength. Seven of Pentacles. Somebody's really counting somebody's money, and somebody's really trying to figure out how to get it. This wanted to come up in the reverse. Somebody's no longer an option in terms of being friends or whatever. The Four of Swords. What's the gossip about? Four of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Creating some type of an illusion around a love situation that never happened. Somebody lied. Nine of Pentacles and a Ten of Pentacles. Child, somebody, while everybody is gossiping, somebody is getting to the money. Whoever you are, you have a very beautiful work ethics. Ten of Cups, you could have just bought a new house. Nine of Pentacles, like you got pentacles. Okay. Strength and temperance. This is so beneath you. You could care less what they talking about. Yeah, this could have been a job that you left, or you're going towards something new. Yeah, look, the sun. You could be on vacation, or this was happening when you were on vacation. The sun energy, this could have been the summertime. Child, somebody is happy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this so much. High Priestess, Ten of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Fool, Temperance energy. You're gone, honey. You're always on the move. You're moving around. And you got Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, Page of Swords, people watching, talking, withholding information, Four of Swords. Clarify, trying to put your success to rest. And the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Child, somebody is bad as shit crazy. Somebody's crazy. Okay, this is a bad idea. This is a really bad idea. Whatever they got going on. I mean, do we really want to pull back the layers? Somebody's spirit team said, hell yeah. Okay, let's pull back the layers. What did they say? Okay. Hangman. They were trying to sacrifice your new beginning, but they couldn't see your new beginning. Somebody's talking about what you have going on. Somebody over here tried to get close to you. You blocked this person. You felt something was deceptive. Seven of Swords. You felt it intuitively. Knight of Swords in the reverse. You were absolutely correct. They were gossiping. They were talking about you. And somebody needed to get closer to you in order to, like, I don't know, humiliate you. And then somebody lied about being your lover. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. The Knight of Cups. But there's just a friendship here. Somebody's mad that they missed an opportunity to be intimate with you or have sex with you. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you left this person out in the cold. Ace of Cups. Somebody couldn't see your new beginning. What did they do in the spirit realm? They tried to curse you. Okay. They tried to curse you. Three of Pentacles. They made a plan. They set something up. This could be a sigil, ritual. Okay. What did they do in the spirit realm? Somebody's really mad that they didn't get a chance to be intimate with you. Knight of Pentacles. They made an offering. Okay. Clarify. What did they do? What did this person do? Six of Cups. Okay, so something in the past. So retrograde is bringing that all of it back. Like it's all spinning the block. Somebody's like, yeah, we forgot about that. The Ten of Wands. Clarify, retrograde is about to run it back. Yeah, somebody's ulterior motive. There's a Sagittarius woman here. Who's this person? Scorpio. Sagittarius, Three of Wands. They're watching. Okay, what are they doing? There's a Sagittarius. Scorpio feminine here. What are they doing? Why are they watching? What's the deal? King of Wands. Yeah, there they are. What is this about? Death energy. Eight of Wands. Heavy Sagittarius energy. Okay, what's the issue? What's going on here? What's the deal? Eight of Pentacles. Somebody you work with. This is a workplace situation. Okay, what's the Eight of Pentacles? Why are these people here? The Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Something about money, an offer, good news about money, stability. Okay, what's the issue? The Seven of Wands. You got a group of people that tried to come up against you in the workplace. They all did magic. And they're all in the Nine of Swords, and they're all in the Four of Swords, and they're all laid out in the Hangman energy. So you got like 7 people here that fraternized, talked about you. Somebody else holds a position of leadership. And I feel like these people are in competition with somebody that's not in competition with them. It's like a group of people. Could have been like initially it said four cups in the reverse, but this like 7 people fraternizing, gossiping, talking, trying to figure out how to take you out of a position in a workplace situation. And somebody's balanced, standing in their power. The Lionsgate help you focus in on some type of new endeavor. The Nine of Pentacles, you're independent. You're by yourself, or so they thought. But your spirit team is here. 7 of Pentacles. You're investing in a new beginning. And then look, you end up with the 10 of Cups. So there's a Queen of Wands, Scorpio, Sagittarius, feminine. Somebody could also be an Aries. Somebody's birthday could be in April. This could be all the people in this group, workplace group. Okay, what happened? They're all in the Nine of Swords. The world. What's going on with the world? The World Wide Web, or what's going on? No, somebody traveled. Okay. Knight of Wands, passionately in pursuit. Somebody traveled to do something, to turn somebody's wheel of fortune into the reverse. This is a hex. Now they're all in the Five of Pentacles. They can expect to be in the Five of Pentacles if they're not already. So you got a group of people that attacked what appears to be somebody in a boss mindset, somebody that is very like assertive, dominating their goals, very successful, very accomplished, very intelligent. Like when I saw intellectual thief, it's like somebody's jealous of your intellect, how smart you are. Like you really piss them off. You show up to the meetings, okay? You're very, articulate. You're smart. You got great ideas, and people like you, the lovers. Somebody behind the scenes. If you felt like people were treating you funny, or maybe you picked up on something intuitively, it's because somebody said that they had sex with you. King of Swords in the reverse and the lovers. This was a lie. This is just somebody that you were nice to. Knight of Cups, Page of Wands. You may have helped them out, given them information. Page of Swords, there was gossip. Four of Pentacles, they were holding information. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Somebody said that you were crazy. Something was wrong with you. Whatever they said in this gossiping group, it had something to do with this hex and this curse. And now it's backfired. And somebody stressed out 10 of Wands. Okay. Queen of Wands and the Death. But Queen of Wands is somebody that's like very independent, single, self-sufficient. So how did this person get involved in this group? They were involved. They all got together and did something. The moon in the reverse, they're all being exposed. It's crazy because you have a lot of intelligent or seemingly intelligent, Spirit just said idiot savants. Okay. They ain't that smart. Because, yeah, they tried to hex you. Okay, so, yeah, that's dumb as hell. But look how they're coming out. They're coming out in the upright. Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's money is decent. King of Wands. This is about your spirit. This is about your, like, who you are. That it factor, really, really gets up under somebody's skin. The Three of Swords. Child. What else, Spirit? The Four of Wands. Celebrations. Child, you don't give a damn. Either way, let me tell you how this story plays out. Whatever they did, they tried to hex you, curse you, wheel of fortune. Could have been a destiny swap, flop. Somebody wanted to bind you. I feel like they all wanted to bind into your good fortune so they could feed off your energy and they too could be successful. But in the interim, you were somewhere balanced with the temperance energy, strength, the Fool. Your angels let you know what was going on and you moved right in the nick of time. You know how you are like at a job and you're like, oh, I want to leave this job, and you're glad that you did at the time that you did. It's giving that kind of energy. Something significant about September, October, November, December. This could represent retrograde energy. And all while they were doing this, all while they were gossiping, you were somewhere in the Ace of Cups energy. When they went to do this moon magic, okay, this group at a work situation, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse with the moon, when they went to do this, they couldn't see your new beginning. They couldn't even see it. The Sun and the Four of Wands. You're being promoted, you're being celebrated, you're happy. Somebody tried to ruin your vacation if you took some time off or something like that. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Somebody goes from being a Queen of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles, or they feel like you're the real Queen of Pentacles and they're a page. Like, these people are really concerned about your money, how you're making it, how much you make, what you get. Somebody's like competing for your spot at your job or whatever you do. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. What's this magic that y'all went and did under the moon? Because the moon came up in the reverse, and with the eclipse, child, the Nine of Swords is in the reverse. If you're familiar, okay, with the cards, let's just explain it in layman's terms. The Nine of Swords is deep-seated anguish, sleepless nights, pain, hurt, torture, torment, mental illness, something about their thoughts and what they said. They can't forget it. Gossip, slander, King of Swords in the reverse, the lover. Somebody said that they did something with you. Somebody actually wanted to, like, they could have told a group of people, like, I'm going to sleep with this person. And it didn't work out. Now they're embarrassed. Okay, somebody's calling off work. Knight of Swords in the reverse, the High Priestess. You know everything. And you're winning. This was Spirit is saying, and they're drowning. Show me these people real quick before we close out this reading. Holy Spirit, give me one card. I can't make it up. Gossip, lying, trash talk, he said, she said, all the whole time you out here winning collected. Whatever they said, child, you talk about getting the last laugh. It ain't even funny. You walked away. Look, I cannot make this up. This is like somebody putting in their resignation, 8 of Wands, without people knowing, and walking away. And they're still talking and gossiping. They had no idea that you had something lined up. Child, they ain't got no idea. Ooh-wee. And they went and tried to hex you, the Ace of Wands. Somebody didn't know that you had something new. You could be a business owner. Maybe you walked away, okay, and you started your own business. Is that what this is? The Ace of Wands is like creativity, Somebody was definitely tickling somebody's ear, putting a bug in their ear, gossiping, lying about you. I mean, they were going in, honey. They were so creative. This is a workplace situation. It's something about your work, something about money, something about jealousy, and somebody starting rumors. The person in the back always makes me laugh. Look at her face in the back. She like, what? It's crazy. Everybody's so pretentious. That's what I just heard. Clarify this gossip in the workplace. If ever you find out that somebody is gossiping about you, you need to take legal action. In fact, I encourage you to. Defamation of character is a real illegal act. And people need to know that. You can't just go around doing stuff like that. I remember I was working for this doctor years ago. And one of the ladies that we worked with, she went online on her Facebook and was ranting and raving about another coworker. And this was around the time where employers would start to search like your social media. Even if you get a job, they can find out if you have a social media platform. Everything you do is being watched. She ended up losing her job, a good job at that. I think at the time, this had to have been like 15 years ago, she had to have been making like $125 a year. She had a really good job. $125K, and she lost it. Not to mention, she wasn't able to get hired at another doctor's office because the company that we work for, if you get fired from that company, oh, that just looks so bad. one of the best companies on the West Coast, but she had to get it out. She went and she gossiped about like another coworker, and she talked about a patient. She didn't mention their names, but it got back to the company. Oh my God. Anyway, let them talk. Okay. They ain't got nothing else to do. Three of Cups, because I feel like whoever you are, I just heard I'm too busy winning. I know that's right. That's my kind of attitude. Let them talk. Okay. You got the Six of Swords. You're calm. Somebody could be going on a cruise. What's the Three of Cups and the Six of Swords? Somebody could be going on a cruise. Somebody is like minding their business. The Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. You're coming out now as the King of Swords, the most intelligent one of the bunch. They wanted to pick your brain and also make you look dumb at work. But you're still, look, you're holding this sword. Wow. Somebody could be going on a cruise or a vacation. The Hangman. Six of Cups. Wow. You basically left these people dangling. It's like a cliffhanger. They don't know what's going on in your life. And their lives are in shambles. Every aspect. Because of what they said. Knight of Pentacles. What's the Knight of Pentacles? King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, somebody goes from being a knight to a king to a Wheel of Fortune. Maybe that was the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Who's the Queen of Cups? The Devil. Fake friend. Pisces. Scorpio. Cancer. Clarify. Heavy Cancerian energy. Scorpio energy. Pisces energy. Four of Wands. There's somebody that was fake as hell. Ooh, somebody was smiling in your face all the time. They wanted to take your doggone place, honey. Oh my goodness. Knight of Cups and the Devil and the Four of Wands. This is somebody that was really trying to manipulate you. Like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, oh my God. Behind your back, baby. Somebody was gossiping. Somebody was playing both sides. Justice. Well, justice is you're moving forward with the Ten of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles. And you're tempered, unbothered, untouched. I just heard it's petty intrigue. You're not interested. You knew they were gossiping. I just heard put your money where your mouth is. Damn, you turned your back on these people. Eight of Cups. Yeah, talk is cheap. That's what I just heard. Dang. These people look stupid as hell. They got to feel dumb. And they tried to hex you too. Show me the moon magic. The Lovers. They were trying to bind your energy. They didn't want two people to be together, or they didn't want you to have love. What's the Lovers? Show me this hexing, cursing. Something about retrograde. Listen, you know, it's so crazy. Three of Wands. Okay, clarify this hexing, cursing. What happened here? To create some type of an illusion. To make you look crazy. Somebody talk real bad about you. Whoever this fake ass friend is, or colleague or coworker, this is the one that was supposed to get close to you. They were obsessed with taking you down. Somebody was like playing both sides. Okay. Somebody was talking about your love life. They even spread rumors saying that you slept with a King of Swords in the reverse. And somebody agreed with it and said, yeah, I slept with them. I this, I that. So they all made a joke about it, talking about your sexual life. None of this was true. You minded your business. You balanced out. You're coming up as the High Priestess. Eight of Cups. You turned your back on this. Temperance energy. You balance. And you're moving forward in a balanced energy. Like you got good karma here. They traveled to do some type of spell work. Somebody thought it would be funny to send you chaos. Okay. Seven of Cups in a reverse to stop you. Somebody's really jealous of how intelligent you are. I don't know what you got going on. Maybe somebody could have their masters or something like that. Somebody's really jealous about your intellect, child. Yeah, just take your ass to school or something. Like, that's the simplest thing, I swear. If I see that card come on one more time, I'm going to throw it. Intellectual thief. Quit, just knock it off. Somebody wanted to pick your brain. But I feel like on a spiritual level, they wanted to bind into your energy to like satisfy their demons or something like that. These are like people who dibble and dabble in some nasty energy on the job, honey. The star in the page of wands. Can you hear me now? They're getting the downloads. You're getting the downloads. You saw what was going on. Somebody tried to knock you off your square, honey. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I just heard, look at me now. Look at me now. I'm getting paper. Look at me now, child. Whoever this fake Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups is, energy is, somebody's birthday could be, it doesn't even matter, okay? They were withholding information. You know that. Somebody was playing both sides, okay? What could they possibly be talking about? Three of Swords, separation. Clarify the spell work. They wanted you to be like ostracized, or for people not to see you, or to knock you off your square. And look how you come up. This fell right on top of the star as the 10 of Pentacles. Listen, I cannot make this up. And the Ace of Wands and the 9 of Cups with the 7 of Swords. Somebody was trying to stop you. The Fool energy. A Gemini could be significant to a big Gemini energy. Somebody could be a Gem, Cancerian, or Gemini. 10 of Wands. It's like a group of people. It's like a work coven. It's like they do spell work. Yeah, look, the Magician. There they go right there. Gemini energy. Something about retrograde. The Empress energy. Somebody's like jealous of everything. You know, it's crazy how people let other people eat away at their happiness. And then they end up losing everything. The goal was to stop you, but you still attained your goal. You walked away, you got good karma, and now these people are sitting in the 4 of Cups because retrograde is bringing back some type of hex they tried to do, or something is backfiring on these people. They all did it together. That's crazy. This does conclude this message, honey. Thank you for watching Spiritual Core TV. I don't feel like there's anything else that needs to be said here. I mean, you're getting the 10 of Pentacles collective. Whatever you're doing, whatever your ideas are, you're acting on it. Retrograde is helping you out. The Lion's Gate is helping you out. The eclipse is a permanent energy. Everything that was done in the dark is coming to the light. And when you got good karma, ooh-wee, you like, turn the lights on. They like, turn off the lights. Like, no, we got good karma. Let them see that. Let them see all them good prayers. Let them see all those good actions. Let us show them how to do it. This is how you be decent and in order. You know, when you're a child and you go to school and they're like, now keep your hands to yourself. You know, like, don't touch anybody else's things. These are the basics. We learn these things as children. So these are like adults dibbling and dabbling in some BS, child, and their lives are being turned upside down. They can expect a very big backfire if it hasn't started already. But overall energy, I feel like they tried to bind into your energy to all pull from you, and you ended up like leaving them in the dust and they don't know how. Somebody wanted to, yeah, like I just heard a whole time somebody wanted to get close to you for character development. All you had to do was ask, honey. You don't have to steal. You don't have to do spell work. Somebody didn't know that you were that tapped in. You know, it's something like that. Well, now they know. Okay, that's what the creator just said. So listen, take this as it resonates. I love y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Like, love, share. I love the comments. Thank you so much. I love y'all, okay? And big shout out to the person that said, what did she say? That was the funniest comment ever, and it just came up on my thread. She said, y'all readers are making these readings private like it's a big secret. And I thought, that's funny. Join the memberships, man. There's exclusive readings there. You know why? Because YouTube has certain regulations. So when you see the readings go private, it's not that we're trying to keep a secret, but we can kind of be a little bit more unfiltered in the memberships, right? For 30 cents a day. The memberships is not that expensive, right? But we can be a little bit more filtered. We can get more into the nitty gritty. If you're a member, then you know, okay? And there's a lot of videos in the memberships. Timeless readings, all of them. And honey, we get to the nitty mother freaking gritty. So I just wanted to address that. Thank you so much for that. I think I commented back and I gave you a little happy face because I thought, oh, you took time to write that little paragraph. That was so nice. Thank you. Anyway, I love y'all. Okay, I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.